Oh, it's not going to focus on it. Let's unfocus. So today is, March 12th. We're here at the shop. Rain and freezing rain is on the cards for today. Yeah. And this is a 2011 Dodge Challenger with a Hemi, sunroof, automatic, alloys. But not my car, so can't do anything with it. It's just here probably until good weather starts up again. But yeah, the guy was working on his garage that it was stored in, and he got sick. So here we are. Ta-da. Sold the Chevy Trax over there, 2018, 1.8 turbo. Yay. Everyone I've sold has given me an issue, so I'm hoping this one doesn't. Yeah, we are no longer buying those, and they're cheap well, cheap by today's standards. So here's the upcoming forecast. Friday, supposed to transition to snow from rain and freezing rain. Today is Thursday, so it looks like I got a day and a half of rain coming, and then supposedly snow. Then it warms up, takes care of all that crap, and then it's supposed to snow again on Monday, and then get warm again and melt all that snow, depending upon how much we get. I heard several more inches. Nobody's saying what it is because nobody wants to say anymore, because they're always wrong. The last one. So anyway, had a hernia repair. Haven't heard from me since probably before Halloween of last year. So what happened after that is I got whatever it was, I don't know, just a dry hacking cough, and nothing was wrong. All the blood tests came back fine. No cancer crap messing around with me, just a dry hacking cough. Lungs were fine. Everything was fine. So fast forward through all that. That was from day after Halloween all the way up through December, which now I am 60 years old because I had a birthday in between all that. And now, then shortly after that, I had a lump in my stomach, which we thought was a lipoma for the past 30 years. It was diagnosed like that when I was 31, so 29 years. Regardless, 30 years is close enough, and it ends up being a hernia. Lipomas are not supposed to hurt, so if they do, get it checked out. I ignored it a couple of times. People can die from hernias if they go, well, if you ignore the pain. If it doesn't give you any pain, kind of don't worry too much about it. Get it fixed though, because that's basically just your intestines going through the abdominal wall. And if somebody diagnoses you with a lipoma in your stomach or down near your groin, mine was in the upper right of my abdomen. It was called a ventricle hernia. The ones down in the groin are called inguinal or whatever the hell you call it. So yeah, that's your intestines popping through. So that can lead to some serious complications. So don't ignore pain, and if it's a lipoma, have someone else diagnose it. Get a second opinion. Lipomas are virtually harmless unless, they're not supposed to grow too much. Mine went from 2 centimeters to 10 centimeters to 13 ever since I was 31 years old. And each time it grew, there was pain. But I ignored it because, hey, it was a lipoma. It's probably just because I'm not eating right. And so don't ignore pain anytime. Just don't. I've gone through too much crap in the past couple of years because I've ignored pain. So that being said, that's why I got stage 4 cancer. I ignored some severe pain in my hip. Stuff that made me cry. I actually went to the doctor for that, and it took them another month, arguing with the insurance companies to get an MRI. They kind of knew it was cancer, but they needed an MRI. Actually, my oncologist that they sent me to figured it out with a CAT scan, because I wouldn't let them do an MRI because it was too painful. I couldn't sit. Actually, after a while, even the CAT scans got too much. Anyway, so yeah, and prior to that, I had a paper cut, abscessed, turned into MRSA. So past, since right after COVID, so for the past basically 5.5 years, it's been one thing after another, and I'm still smiling, because there's always somebody who has it worse than you. So now we're going to get on to hiking. I just went up to October Mountain and to Wakona Falls. Really, you cannot access those at this point in time, even with the 4-wheel drive, because at Wakona, both of them are not throughways, so they just plow all the snow to the entryways of all the roads into it, and they all kind of look like that. That's what they look like. That's my pile here at my thing. So yeah, it's gonna a little bit, especially if we get more snow, because then it'll just be backed up again. So I just want to let everybody know I'm still alive, still kicking, and we will be doing some hiking. And yeah, the reason I go to October Mountain so much is because that's where most of the sightings and signs of Bigfoot, Sasquatch are. Wakona Falls, not so much, but maybe that's why I want to go to that other trail that I felt weird on, and my sister, the Watershed Trail, Coldbrook Preserve. That might be the first one we do. Maybe sooner, because that's a throughway, and as long as it's not all ice, I should be able to do it. So I'm going to go check that out, maybe next week after work sometime, that it's not raining, and maybe I'll bring you along. Yeah, I'll bring you along with me. So that said, if you made it this far, I know it's just me rambling, but it's a morning ramble, and it's called Random Thoughts for a reason. And I'm thinking of changing the name of the channel. Also, keep the same videos. I just got to figure out, I don't want it, I want it to be just like a general vlog. I don't want to say, Hiker Steve or Hiking with Steve or anything like that, because all winter I won't be hiking. I don't have snowshoes, I don't have any of that, and plus all the places that I go to are virtually inaccessible up here. That said, thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed this little update, and I'll see you guys and gals very, very soon.